Father? Father, you have returned. I knew it was becoming too much for them to handle. I tried all I could to contain the damage they have done to your worlds, but they never... Silence. Rex, my eldest son. We have much to discuss. So you can start by explaining this to me. Why is there a young woman chained to the moon? What? That was an issue I was trying to... Rex? She spat in your face, Father! Mortals started borderline worshipping her for healing instead of asking you. It was heinous. So, let me get this straight. You chained her to the moon for eternity because she was a doctor who people cried to for aid rather than me. Rex, mortals weren't worshipping her. They saw her as a cure to their afflictions, and a good one at that. I even did that back in my heyday. I still do. Tell me, my eldest son, when was the last time you went down and healed a mortal of even the sniffles? Weren't you trying all this time to be more like me? It's... you... Ah, I see. You still never got rid of your hatred for mortals. That's what I was hoping would heal while I was away. But it seems I was mistaken. Even so, why is she still there? What? My daughter-in-law. She's technically a divine now. So, she is just like us, worthy of the worship you claim she was receiving. But Father, you didn't make her to be like the... You're right. You did. And I think she's a rather splendid young lady to have as my new daughter. Your what? Which reminds me, Rex, end her curse. Now. Father! You can't seriously allow the... Rex. Yes, Father. Hello, dear. I pray it hasn't been too long since our last talk.
Not at all, Father. I trusted that my time on that rock wouldn't be much longer since you came back.
What? You visited her but not your own sons? Now, Rex, it's time we had a little talk as a family. The whole point of my leaving was so that you could finally learn the things that I was unable to teach you on your own. When a human is of age, they leave their parents and live their own life, learning things as they go. But it seems even you couldn't mature at the rate of a human. The irony in that is baffling, considering how I saw your hatred and anger and the vices of your brothers as well. There are things even I can't make you learn. So I put a plan in motion that would hopefully have gotten you to choose love and selflessness when it comes to those weaker than you. But alas, your flaws only grew as the fire of your insanity was stoked beyond measure. You chose to keep that hatred bottled up deep in your heart, and scorn those who you deem as lesser. And that is your greatest flaw, my son. Flaw? Flaw? Are we not your divine sons? Are we not gods? We should be without flaw. And erasing all of their flaws before you came back was the only thing I was trying to do. I was trying to keep your perfection. I didn't make you to be gods. And I didn't make you to be perfect, Rex. I made you to be you. And only you can choose who that man is going to be. Not even me. I gave you all free will so that you can choose to love, but you used that will to choose hatred. So I tried to teach you, and it didn't work. You still kept that burning spite. And so I realized by watching mortal lives that sometimes, to grow, to learn, the bird has to leave the nest. As a divine, you faced no hardship, struggle, adversity. And so you grew up spoiled and corrupted with the power, all in the name of pleasing me, Rex. I saw all of you falling into some form of vice, whether it be blatant or hidden. And so then I knew that you needed to learn on your own, all 7 of you. So I left. But not once was I ever gone. I saw the things you did. I know what kind of pain you caused. Amia, Soren, Bella, Beck, Vox. At every opportunity you were given, you caused more pain, all in the name of me. And so, the lesson ends here, Rex. And you failed. I can't let you cause any more. What? How? All I ever tried to do was keep your worlds as perfect as you left them. No, Rex. What you did is what you've always done. You halted change. You were so scared of things changing that you assumed how I made them was how they should be. Life grows, changes, chooses. That is perfection. Life is perfection. Will is perfection. And you robbed my worlds of all of those things. So, you failed, my son. A punishment is not even the suitable price for the pain that you have caused. And in due time, you will answer for all of your transgressions. And I think I have the perfect punishment for the first one. Father, please, one more chance. I can still make this all right, fix everything, and then you'll see. See? Even still, you don't understand. So, that's where you, my darling Bella, come in.
Me, Father? What do you have in mind?
You were subject to his curse for hundreds of years. So, it is only fair you choose his punishment for every year he caged you. Choose wisely, and I will defer to your judgment.
Father, you know I need no vindication.
Certainly. But, if he is ever to be redeemed, and call himself my son once more, he must undergo another trial. And that trial, my dear, is whatever you choose.
Well, if that's the case, your will be done. Rex, you have been the bane of my existence. You stopped me from healing others, chained me to a desolate moon for hundreds of years, and your mockery was the only company I had during that time. But not once did I ever think you were evil. Sure, what you did to me was beyond cruel, and no one deserves a fate like that. But if my new immortality has taught me anything, it's that everything changes in time. So, I am not going to reciprocate the anger, hatred, and vitriol you cast upon me all that time ago. I think I'm above such a display of weakness. So, with that said, I think I have the perfect punishment for you. And you're gonna hate it.
Do your worst, witch.
Rex, for every year you held me captive, you must repay to me as the loving and loyal husband you promised you would be on the day you proposed.
What? Father, that's preposterous.
I'm not finished. You must obey my every command. Promise never to harm another mortal life, and live 2 mortal lifetimes with me. 1 on Earth, and 1 on Arcanon. I think some time as a mortal will show you we aren't exactly what you make us out to be. Oh, and no more name-calling. If I hear witch or too many grumbles at once, I'm going to chain you to the sun. How about that, Father? Sounds good to you?
I think that's a wonderful idea. And I will never cease to be amazed at your limitless kindness, my darling daughter. Kind? This is a fate worse than Gehenna. But if it is your will, Father, then I have no choice. Correct, and I will be watching. Because I'm back, and I'm here to stay. Soon, I will call you back to our home, Rex. And you have quite a few people to make sincere apologies to. But in the meantime, have fun.
Now, come along, Rex. I have a whole world to revisit, and you're going to take me to every part of it.
Yes, dear. He still has a long way to go. But I believe he might now be on the better track. As for the other matter at hand, you, little one, must be my great-grandson, Cameron.
Yeah, I just still have no idea what's going on here.
Well, I'm just so excited to finally get to meet all of my grandkids soon. Starting with you. Here, let's get you out of those chains. Now let me get a good look at you. I assumed Nyx would pull some kind of stunt like this. Pink hair. Kel, remind me to have a long conversation with him about what he does in the dark. This trial wasn't only for Rex. I'm just so happy to finally get to meet you face to face. You and your friends went through so much. But don't worry. I had Arthur drop them off in a safe place. During the entirety of the games, he was watching you, making sure you all were still safe. You see, I vowed I would never intervene in mortal affairs, but I never said he couldn't. And don't worry, it's the same place I'll drop you off to. You still have a school to go back to. Now don't you? But first, I just want you to know that everything will be explained in time. And you're not abnormal. You're beautiful. I think we all just need to take a break for a little bit. I know this is all a bit confusing, but trust me, it gets better from here. I never thought I'd get to see the day when I would be a grandfather. Or a great-grandfather, for that. Come here, kiddo. Now, Kel, let's take these kids back to where they belong. And then we're going to have our little chat. But in the meantime, you can introduce me to your son. Everything changes from here. And a lot needs to be addressed. But for now, I'm just happy to be back with you. In the here and now.
I just have one more thing to ask. What the